Hello, my friend. Let me start by asking you this. Have you ever been so tired, so overwhelmed, that the thought of continuing felt almost impossible? That moment when your mind whispers, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I should just give up. If that sounds familiar, I want you to lean in and really listen today, because this episode is not just about motivation. It's about a mindset that can change the way you face life's hardest moments. The mindset is simple. When you're tired, rest. Don't quit. The weight we all carry. Life, as you already know, is not always easy. Sometimes it feels like we're climbing a mountain with a backpack full of bricks. Responsibilities, deadlines, expectations, fears, they pile up. And there are days when your legs feel heavy, your heart feels weak, and you just want to drop everything. But here's the thing. You're not weak because you're tired. You're human. Tiredness is not a signal to stop forever. It's a signal to pause, to recharge, and to gather strength so you can continue the journey. Think about your phone. When the battery is low, you don't throw it away, right? You plug it in. You give it time to recharge. You treat it like something valuable. So why don't we treat ourselves the same way? Everyday examples. Let's bring this down to something simple. Imagine you're at the gym. You're lifting weights and your arms start to shake. The pain burns. At that moment, you don't say, "I'll never exercise again." You simply put the weight down, take a sip of water, breathe, and when you're ready, you pick it back up. That pause doesn't mean failure. It's part of the process. Or think about students preparing for exams. You stay up late, your brain feels foggy, your eyes can't stay open. Eventually, you realize, if I keep pushing like this, I won't remember anything. So you rest, you sleep, and the next morning, suddenly, the material makes more sense. Rest is not wasted time. It's productive time. But why do we fear rest? But here's the catch. Many of us feel guilty for resting. We live in a world that glorifies hustle, speed, and constant productivity. If you stop, even for a moment, you might feel like you're falling behind, like others are racing ahead while you're stuck. But remember this. Life is not a 100-meter sprint. It's a marathon. Even the best runners slow down at water stations. They pace themselves. Because if they sprint the whole way, they burn out, and burnout doesn't get you to the finish line. Rest is not weakness. Rest is wisdom. Stories of resilience. Let me tell you a story. There was once a man who tried to start a business. His first attempt failed. He lost money, time, and energy. He tried again, another failure. Most people would have quit, but he didn't. Sometimes he paused, sometimes he doubted, but he always returned. That man was Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Now, imagine if Edison had quit completely after failure number 5 or failure number 50. The world as we know it would be very different. Or think about J.K. Rowling. Before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon, she was rejected by multiple publishers. She was a single mother, broke, and struggling. She often felt like giving up, but instead of quitting, she rested, gathered herself, and tried again. Eventually, her story changed not only her own life, but also the lives of millions of readers worldwide. What these examples show us is simple. Setbacks, exhaustion, even failure, none of these mean it's time to quit. They simply mean it's time to pause, learn, and then continue. The mountain metaphor. Now, picture this. You're climbing a mountain, the path is steep, Your legs ache, your lungs burn. Halfway up, you want to stop. You think, this is too hard. Maybe I should just go back down. But then you sit on a rock, take a drink of water, and look around. You realize how far you've already climbed. The peak is still ahead, but the ground below reminds you of your progress. That rest, those few minutes of breathing, give you the courage to stand up again. Step by step, you keep moving, and eventually you reach the summit. Life works the same way. Your goals, whether it's finishing school, building a career, healing from heartbreak, or improving your health, are like mountains. You don't reach the top in one giant leap. You reach it through persistence, patience, and yes, through rest. Now, you might be wondering, okay, I understand the idea, but how do I actually rest without quitting? Let's make it practical. Take small breaks. Instead of grinding for hours nonstop, give yourself short pauses, a walk, a stretch, a moment of silence. These micro breaks prevent burnout. Change your environment. Sometimes rest is not about sleeping. It's about stepping away from the stressful space. Go outside, breathe fresh air, sit in nature. Reconnect with your why. When you're exhausted, remind yourself why you started. Write it down. Say it out loud. Reconnecting with your purpose brings back energy. Sleep, truly sleep. Don't underestimate the power of a good night's rest. Clarity, creativity, and strength return when your body is recharged. Talk to someone. Share your struggles with a friend, a mentor, or even yourself through journaling. Rest can also mean releasing the emotional weight you carry. A gentle reminder. I want you to remember this. Taking a break does not erase your progress. It does not make you less capable. It does not define you as weak. Every effort you have given is still there, building your foundation. Rest is simply the bridge between effort and achievement. When a musician pauses in a song, the music doesn't stop being beautiful. In fact, the pause adds rhythm, depth, and meaning. Your rest is the same. It adds rhythm to your journey. Speaking to you directly. So, let me ask you this. What is that one dream, that one goal, that one challenge you've been carrying? Maybe it's finishing your studies. Maybe it's starting a business. Maybe it's healing from something painful. Right now, maybe you're tired. Maybe you're questioning yourself. But hear me clearly. You don't have to quit. You only need to rest. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your future self. Imagine looking back 5 or 10 years from now. That version of you will not regret the pauses you took, but they will regret if you quit completely. They will thank you for resting, breathing, and continuing, because that's what led them to the life they're living. The final message. My friend, life is tough, but so are you. There will be days of energy and joy, and there will be days of exhaustion and doubt. Both are part of the journey. When you feel like giving up, I want you to remember this. Quitting ends the story. Resting gives you the chance to finish it. So the next time your heart whispers, I'm tired, respond with, that's okay. I'll rest today, and tomorrow I will rise again. Because you are not weak for resting. You are wise. You are strong. And you are capable of so much more than you think. Don't quit. Just rest. And then keep moving forward.